Alright, so it looks like we got a preview of the upcoming item changes. In this video, I'm going to go over what items and what build I'm going to be looking forward to in this upcoming preseason of 2021. So let's get started.
For my next trick, I'll make you disappear. Now you see me, now you don't.
Hey there friends, Obesity Prime here, and yeah, like I said, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over, well, I'm not gonna go over all the items. I picked out specific items that I think are gonna go well with the type of build that I'm looking forward to trying these with coming the preseason. So this is gonna be primarily focused on AP, SHACO, not AD. I don't want to take up too much time throwing out both, even though I do believe AD SHACO is gonna get a little saucy, okay? So before we hop into these new items, I'm going to educate you on the ruins and build that I've been going now, in which I hope to adapt using these new items, which will actually make us even more deadly than I am right now. So here it is. Look at it. Just look at it. Look at the benefits it provides. We get some takiness. We're actually able to provide some healing to the team, and then we scale up our health by being around minions, and then you know your standard sorcery for the CDR and mana, which help us on the back end. But the whole point of this build is to take damage for your team. So let me show you the build now. Now I've never gotten to full build, however you can see why I'm going this particular build. So in this example, I went into the training tool, just went up to level 16 so things could be maxed, and you know that's possibly a good spot to where I could finish out this build. And as you can see, look how much benefits I get. 173 armor. This is with Sunfire Cape. The only other difference I would make would be to take out Sunfire Cape for Thornmail if they have a lot of healing. 105 magic resist, 170 AP. Now this isn't taking into account Bulwark of the Mountain. That's why I put that there, so you can see an extra 300 HP, another extra 20 AP, so roughly 200 AP. Almost 3,500 HP, and then all these items synergize so well together. You proc Aftershock, you can see the bonuses you get from Aftershock up here. Almost 180 and MR when this procs, putting you over, you know, 270 armor, 205 magic resist for 2.5 seconds every time your box or your clone fears someone, and then that goes off, and you know what happens? All four of these items usually can trigger, right? So Leandry's burns them on top of the Rally's Crystal Scepter, which adds more bonus. This is why I'm excited about the new item, because now it does the 4%. Then your Abyssal Mask amplifies damage, AP damage, when you're near them, which you are going to be since you're tanky enough to stand near them for a longer period of time, on top of your Sunfire Cape or Thornmail, which is reducing their healing reduction, and they're also taking damage at the same time. So you can see why this build is so lethal. And a lot of people don't expect it. You know, I get Rengars jumping out at me, Lee Sin's flying in on me, not knowing that I'm going to be a beefy little boy standing there taking that knife to the face, some kicks to the jaw, just to have them blow all their abilities on me, and guess what? My team will clean up. That's the whole point of this build. So now let's take a look at these new items, the moment y'all been waiting for, to see exactly what I plan on doing. Alright, so before we hop in, I just wanted to make you guys quickly aware of the items that they have removed and or changed, because some of these items were items that you could use or were primarily used as SHACO. So removed legendary items. The ones that SHACO would use would be your Hextech GLP and Gunblade. GLP would be for your sorcery build to provide you with more CDR, mana, and some crowd control, while your Gunblade kind of went more with your bursty build. At least for me, this is the way I use both of these items. And an item that would kind of affect you would be Adaptive Helmet, because of its passive, where if you can take consistent damage of the same ability, basically dots, it reduces that damage. So that would, Adaptive Helmet would be a good counter item against you because of your boxes and stuff like that, as an AP SHACO. And on the involved side, we got a couple here too. Proto Belt, is now your rocket belt. I'm still debating whether or not I would want that. You could go Luden's Echo, but that's definitely not in the build I'm going to be going with. Leandri's Torment is now Leandri's Anguish, and that is the primary one. Duskblade would be a sick one for AD, but we're not going to talk about that right now. And of course, your Sunfire Cape is now your Sunfire Aegis. Just wanted to make you guys aware of those changes if you weren't, and how they can affect us. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to start off with our first item. There it is in all its glory, and you have to take the good with the bad here. So looking at the base, that's 80 ability powers. I believe it's still the same. Instead of health, they gave you 600 mana, and on top of that, ability haste, which is their new type of CDR mechanic. Not 100% sure I'm liking that, but what I am liking is that Torment. Your spells cause enemies to burn for 60 plus 10% ability power plus 4% max health damage over 4 seconds, and here's the kicker: shredding their magic resist by 5% per 4 seconds up to 25% magic resist shred. It is definitely anti-tank, and your mystic passive is you gain some more CDR reduction. Okay, so that's the trade-off here. This is usually the first item I go because of the health. However, I'm not 100% sure if it's still going to be first or not. I may test this out between the second item that's coming up, which has a couple things built into it that I'm really liking. That is Demonic Embrace. Slightly cheaper, has 80 ability power, 400 health. That's 100 more than what the current Leandri's Torment was given. And here's the passive: dealing ability damage to a champion causes them to take 2% of their max health as magic damage every 4 seconds. You gain 20 armor and magic resist while the enemies are affected, plus 5 for additional champions effective. So here you're getting that beef. Basically, it's like Aftershock built into it, on top of a mini Leandri's. So now you stack that on top of Leandri's Anguish, you're getting 6% magic. I mean 6%. Oh my god, maximum health magic damage dealt to these fools, plus you're getting armor and magic resist. I wonder if this is going to stack with Aftershock, which will make you super thick. Just from these two items, you're going to be like 150 magic resist or something crazy like that. I don't know. It's sounding so good. This might be the first item I go, to be honest with you, and then go into the Anguish, because in the early game, tanks really aren't that tanky. This is cheaper, so I might go this first and then build on the Leandri's, because it seems like it's mostly just damage and CDR, which would be a kind of mid-game item, which to me sounds perfect. Moving on to the next item is another tanky item. That's right, we're putting on that cape. We're gonna fly into the flames. That next item is the new Sunfire Cape called Sunfire Aegis. So looking at this, looks pretty much the same. I think it's actually more expensive. Yeah, I think original was $250 or $270, so this one's definitely a lot more. You get standard Sunfire stats: health, armor, magic resist. They do attack on ability haste, so that's good. And we get immolate, so this is pretty much the same as what it is now. However, here there are some differences here. Damaging enemy champions or affected monsters with this effect adds a stack, increasing subsequent immolate damage by 12% for 5 seconds, stacking up to 6 times, so that's a 60% boost. Radiance at max stance. Your basic attacks explode around you, burning enemies for your immolate damage for 3 seconds, plus, you know, more ability haste. So since you're going to be tanking, you're going to be standing around smacking people, I think this is a really good add-on. You get armor and magic resistance. Oh, before it was just armor, but now you get both. So this one really helps you get some AoE damage, both just by standing around fools. I think it's still working the same, yeah, per nearby enemies, and then when you attack them, you smack them too. So really good item. This one's looking like a beast too, not gonna lie. I don't know how to say the first part, so we're just gonna call this Foley. So the Foley item is another, it says magic vamp, so you're gonna get some healing, right? No, probably not. Let me just go through this. Definitely not. So we get some ability power, ability haste, some health, which is what we like, plus 10 omni vamp. Actually, I think that might just be overall life steal. So yeah, you get 10%. Okay, that's fine. Helps out keeping you in the fight, a little bit more sustain. But then we got corruption. Listen to this shit. For each second in champion combat, deal 3% bonus damage, max 15. While this effect is maxed, convert 100% of your bonus damage into true damage. You're going to be doing true damage. Now, if you don't remember the other items, you're getting 6% dot damage basically, and then you get an AoE damage around you, and then you get some AoE auto attacks. You put this on, you're getting 50% more damage. So this is like it's built in some, I don't know, AP Gunblade mixed with Abyssal Mask, right? Because enemies around you, well, as long as you're in combat, and or maybe Landry's as well, you get your damage boost, right? And then it converts it into true damage. So being thick and standing around, you're gonna be doing true damage. So does it really even matter if they have defenses, right? At this point, you get 5% magic pen, but doesn't matter. You're gonna be doing true damage. Slapping. Next up on the list is that good old Morello's. Now this one is different. It costs 500 gold less. You get 50 less health. I think that the ability power is still the same, but we do get a revamp to the healing reduction, which is what we definitely needed. So dealing magic damage applies grievous wounds, and when they are under 50% health, increases to 60. So that's definitely a solid pickup right there, for especially for how cheap it is. And that, my friends, will do it for this video. Like I said, I wanted to keep it pretty short and sweet and to the point on what I'm going to be doing. So keep in mind, things aren't necessarily set in stone, okay? Hopefully, these particular items stay intact. There are a couple other AP items. I just don't think I'll be using them with the type of build that I want to go on based off how I'm playing right now. But like I said, you don't know. Things can change. Just like I think there's going to be a new ruin. Don't quote me on that, but I think. And yeah, so thanks you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of my build for the new upcoming preseason, if you're down to try it, and how OP these items are definitely going to be. Cheers, guys.
For my next trick, I'll make you disappear.